ever like land in a new city, right? For school, all that excitement. But then it also hits you like, whoa, got to figure out like everything.
Oh, tell me about it.
Especially, finding your people, a place to live that's not a total dive. It's the universal student struggle, but like 10 times tougher if you're an international student.
Yeah, no kidding. You're not just navigating a new city, you're navigating a whole new culture, often in a different language. It can be super overwhelming.
Totally. So that's what made this Gamyam thing stand out to me. They're really trying to be the social network for international students coming to the US.
Interesting.
And from what I've been reading, they're laser focused on solving those exact problems we were just talking about.
Okay, I'm intrigued. How so?
Well, get this. They have these dedicated communication channels, but not just like for any student at a university. It's way more granular, right? Think connecting with people in your specific program even before you set foot on campus.
Wow, that's smart.
Right. So much of the anxiety is that where do I even begin feeling?
Absolutely. I've talked to so many international students who say the isolation, especially early on, is the hardest part. If this Gamyam thing can actually foster that sense of community from day one, that's huge.
Exactly. And it's not just limited to like inside a single university either. You can connect with students from other universities across the entire US.
Now that's interesting. What's the thinking there?
I'm guessing it's got to be huge for networking, even before classes start.
Oh, for sure. Imagine, let's say you're a computer science student coming from India to, I don't know, California. Okay.
Yeah.
With Gamyam, you could connect with other computer science students, not just at your university, at other schools in California, maybe even find study groups or get advice, recommendations on things specific to computer science in that area.
Right. Makes total sense. Okay, but aside from the whole community aspect, the other massive stressor for any student, let alone one moving internationally.
Is finding a place to live.
Ding, ding, ding. I still have nightmares.
Me too.
So Gamyam, they've got this built-in housing platform, which I thought was interesting. They've basically taken that Airbnb model we're all familiar with and made it, student-specific.
Okay, but what does that actually mean? What makes it student-centric?
Well, it's not just about seeing, here's the apartment, here's the rent. It's about potentially finding roommates with similar interests or connecting with students who have lived in that building, maybe even that specific apartment before.
Oh, that's a game changer. It adds so much context and, I bet, a feeling of security.
Huge EE for someone who might be dealing with landlords in a different country, different language, the whole 9 yards. Plus, they're really pushing the fact that it's free to use, which for a student budget, come on.
Music to my ears. And honestly, it just makes sense in the grand scheme of things, right? Digital platforms, they're not just a thing anymore. They're becoming the way we build communities, especially global ones.
Totally.
It seems like Gamyam really gets that, and they're tailoring it specifically for this, frankly, underserved group of students.
For sure. And they're definitely not being shy about getting students on board. Their whole message is don't wait, sign up today. So they sound pretty confident.